everyone from the Mobile Beehive. We are in Tucson, Arizona at this absolutely fabulous resort. It is called Far Horizons, but has been taken over by one of those big conglomerate resort places, and it is just lovely. The best part about this is that we have such a small RV that the space that we're in is so private and lovely. We actually look out over a wash behind us, so our picture window over here is down this long wash that goes out to several hundred acres just beyond, that has walking and biking trails. And yesterday evening, while we were sitting outside enjoying the finally sunny weather, I saw a very unusual looking cat, and I told G, gosh, that's the weirdest looking cat I've ever seen. And he was making such a bizarre sound. Well, it turns out that G recognized it as a bobcat. And he was just walking by the back of our trailer. So it's, even though we're in the middle of this city, we feel quite snug in a rural place, and it's nicely located. The issue we had when trying to find a place to camp is that so many places fill up way early for people who come here for months at a time during the winter months. So as you walk around here, you'll see lots and lots of license plates from a variety of states. And this park is made up of different types of RV and campers, and then a good portion of it also has those little tiny homes, like park models they call them. And the company that owns this is quite organized as far as activities and space. And so today I have been cross-stitching here in the trailer and getting quite far on my little project. This is a free download for those of you who like to cross-stitch, and the story behind the free download is absolutely lovely. And it's the designer is Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery, and he's out of Great Britain, but it'll ultimately look like that. Let's be kind. And the story of how he came to design this is worth reading. So now that I have kind of need to take a laundry break, I've decided to take you along with me. I'm taking my laundry to the laundromat that's located right here, and next door to it is the sewing room. And I have some projects that need to be kind of compiled together so I can start stitching the backing to the fronts. So I'm going to use their irons. They have more than one iron. They have ironing boards, and I'll take you to that room so that you can see what it's like here, and maybe someday you'll make this trek down to Arizona. So come along with me. Well, here we are. Let's go in the sewing room. Get a load of this from 2012. It's set up for several sewing machines, cutting areas. They have ironing boards. You can actually store your sewing machine in this locked cabinet, and if it was opened, I saw yesterday, there's just, like about 10 or 15 sewing machines in there that people have left here so they don't have to haul it back and forth. And this group here that meets on Tuesdays actually does a lot of service type projects where they make bags for kids. And today it's opened all the time, so I'm going to be working on my project. So I'm all set up on this great big board. There are 3 ironing board stations in the sewing room, but I'm used to a big board, so I love that there's one here. And I'm attaching the back to these wool mats that I finished stitching. Remember this when I stitched this on the road, Primitive Gatherings. And I found this fabric that I thought was fun at a shop here in Tucson called the Quilt Basket. And it's a modern fabric, but it had apples all over it. So I am now going to attach that fabric to one side of my soft fuse. See there? Those apples on there. So now I tend to iron both sides of the soft fuse, so I am doing that. I'm laying my, let us hope that I brought a pencil. I shall check. Because I don't want to get this sticky on their iron, I'm going to trace here so I know where to cut. And I don't know if I already mentioned it, but in all that feverish packing, I forgot to bring a pair of scissors. Can you believe that? And so when I went to the quilt shop here in Tucson, and I believe it was the Quilt Market shop, which was lovely, and you shall get a tour of all those shops, I bought a pair of K. Buckley. Awesome, awesome, because they have a fine serration to the blade, and so that is going to cut wool as well as everything else that I'm needing to cut. Yeah, the only scissors I brought was a little pair of thread snips, if you can believe that. So between forgetting my very favorite iron and scissors, I think I am, and not having my pocket robin with me, I think I am going to have to actually make a list for packing. So now that I have this all outlined, I am going to cut it out. And just so you know how absolutely efficient I am, as I am doing this, I am doing my laundry. This is a full-service resort for sure. Wow, these are fabulous scissors. A few weeks ago, I think I did an article for the Quilt Show on scissor hoarding, and I counted how many scissors I had, but I didn't have a pair of these. But since my word for the year is enough, I think I now have officially enough scissors. this big board because it also is higher and really easy on the back. Look at that. So now I'm going to peel off that paper, leaving the sticky side attached to the fabric. Oh, I see some of it is not quite attached, so I'm going to give it another iron. There it comes. There we go. Now let's see how we can get this on here. Now I'm going to press it. Press the layers together. The door to this sewing room is left open all day and evening for anybody who has the inkling to do some sewing. I'm going to give it a little spritz just to give it a little steam. There we go. And now, when I'm sitting around in the trailer, I can do the outside buttonhole stitch. Moving on to the second project here, I have cut out my little circle. There, remember this one? Go put the back on it. So then I can stitch all around the edge. So my very last project for today was this little wall hanging I made. I wanted to put a label on the back of it. So I had a little, I found a little label, and I put that soft fuse on the back of it. And then when I get back, I'm going to write the information on the label and then stick it on the back, and that's all there is. And that's my projects for today in the sewing room at the resort.
Cool.
Cool.
Nice place.
See you guys next time.